Hi guys, this is the Visor from WildFan Gaming, and today we're going to look at Kingdom Hearts 2. Hope you enjoy my review. The story. Well, my experience is as follows. Kingdom Hearts 2 takes place just a year after Chain of Memory, and quite possibly a couple of months after 365 days. Who truly knows, I think. Whoever. But, one thing I do know is, this one section in the game is not really well received, due to it being very long and kind of tedious. But I digress. Turns out Roxas is a nobody. In fact, he's number 13 of Organization 13. But before the day ends, or the final day ends to be more specific, you have to fight Axel of Organization 13. Then, you finally go to wake Sora up. Sora finally wakes up, and then he realizes, hey, why are they still heartless? And who are these new type of enemies that we are fighting? Turns out those are nobody. Nobodies are the new enemies of the game. I'd say some of them are very irritating, but that's an understatement. Moving on. Turns out Sora has to defeat Organization 13, Heartless, and anybody else that stands in his way. And that's all I'm going to say about this story for now. Let us continue to the gameplay. The gameplay. The gameplay is somewhat, kind of a mixed bag for me. In some ways it improved upon Kingdom Hearts' successes. In other ways it kind of went backwards. Like those reaction commands, which can create some of the most frustrating moments in the game's history. Aside from that, the game is pretty solid. The stronger you get Sora, the more you notice you start to get moves to increase his repertoire of attacks. Even to the point where you can get berserk just constantly attack an enemy for about your whole magic bar charging. And by the time you reach the end of the game, there should be no enemy in the game that should be touching you. You should be beating the crap out of all the enemies that even remotely come into your area. Sometimes it's creating situations where you're just like, psh, I don't have to fight you. Just run right past them. You'll notice I did that a lot during the playthrough. I kind of didn't feel like fighting some of the enemies when I knew they weren't going to give me levels and I was going to f their life up, you know? Kind of a waste of my time. Except for the bosses. The bosses, a lot of them were excellent. Straight out. A lot of the bosses actually provided a lot of tension and they had good boss fights. I would say Scar's one. I'd say Captain Barbossa is another, and I'd say every member from Organization 13 that you fought in this game are pretty excellent. Even the secret ones that you're not really supposed to fight right is very low in this game. You know, kind of got to level up to fight those. You get your ass handed to you, trust me. Don't do it. Anyway, moving on. The game is akin to having such great fun that you kind of don't want to put the system down, or the game, or whatever you're playing it on down. Most likely the PlayStation, because you're going to be used to that by now. But whatever. The next thing I want to focus more on is the graphics. The graphics are beautiful cel shading, where it turns some of the places that are already bright even brighter. You know, some places that are dark can still be kind of seen in a positive light. It's just that some places, or certain gripes with the graphics, are some of the character models. Prime example, the character models in Pirates of the Caribbean are hideous. They look nothing or a quarter like their actual character models. And Jack Sparrow is quite possibly the best looking person there, besides, you know, obviously Sora, Donald, and Goofy. But other than that, it just looks weird and out of place, and their lip movement is horrible in that area. Even Captain Barbossa sometimes looks like he's saying more than what he actually is saying. Like it's pretty weird. It's almost on Sonic Adventure levels type of bad. It's just odd and out of place. But other than that, a lot of the places, have fairly good graphics. Another gripe I have is with all the planets are sometimes just lifeless and empty, opposed to their actual Disney counterparts. And it always kind of irritates me and slightly in the back of my head where in Olympic Coliseum you hear cheers, but you see nobody in the stands. What is the point of that? That doesn't make any sense. It's so weird. But I digress. The graphics are still amazing no matter what little nitpicks I have with them. And some of the dialogue options, some of them a little bad. I'm not gonna point all of them out for as this would probably take an hour to do so. So I'm just gonna say, and trust me when I say this, some of the dialogue options are bad. Except for one person in this game that never has bad dialogue. And I'm gonna let you hear that.
What a shame. And here I thought we could be friends. How long has it been since I abandoned that name? I know nothing of any kh2. As for Riku, perhaps you should ask your king.
That's Zenith. That is quite possibly one of my favorite Kingdom Hearts characters of all time. He single-handedly made me, back when the game first came out, before the 2.5 remix, want to play this game and defeat him. Off of those lines alone, he just single-handedly became one of my favorite. But now I'm just rambling about, gushing about, some nostalgic stuff. Now, let's move on to my rating. We don't have a regular rating here. We have a different type of rating. There is no numbers. So, what I'm going to tell you guys...
Forgot the negatives.
God damn it, Steve. Alright. I'll talk about the major negatives I have with the game. Okay?
Yep.
I'm happy. Alright?
Yeah.
You happy now? Huh?
Yeah, I'm happy now.
God.
Yep.
Alright. Alright, Steve, keep your hand on the beeper.
Got you.
There's going to be a lot of cussing in this section.
Got you.
And I have serious problems,
Okay.
especially with the critical mode. The critical... So, let's talk about my gripes in this section. Let's get it over with. Okay, so, some of my gripes with this game mainly involve not only the gimmicks of gimmicky ass boss fights, but the drive system and fuck. Ah! Okay. Oh, let me calm down a little bit. Let me clarify. Demyx. Now, here's a prime example of a gimmick boss fight. So, say you're playing the boss and you're fighting him, you're like, yeah, I'm beating the shit out of this guy. Then he does Dance With Her Dance for the third time, and guess what happened to you? Oh, wait, you lost the boss fight because you didn't kill all the water clones. What kind of bullshit is this? It's not like he kills you. You can tell he doesn't kill you because Sora is standing there with his arms crossed doing the game over screen. That doesn't make any sense. It's so stupid. Why did they even put that in the game? Oh my god, that's annoying. And it also causes the reaction commands too. So if you miss some reaction commands, the water clones can also kill you. They can beat the shit out of you. And on critical mode, only takes one little attack to beat the shit out of you. You can't stop them. What the fuck is the point of all that? Another example is fucking Oogie Boogie. Now, the whole boss fight, you're wondering, am I going to be able to beat his ass like I did in the first one by smacking him and smacking the gifts at him real quick, or whatever, however it was. In this game, you have to hit triangle to fucking smack the gifts back at that stupid platform to knock him off. And then you have to beat the shit out of him. You have to do this 3 times. Now, I don't know about you, but sometimes I'm getting hurt, I have auto whatever out of an auto drive. And Anti-Sora. Anti-Sora comes out of fucking nowhere, and now I have to sit here with the salty look as I have to either dodge an enemy or try to fight him and die miserably because he can't do shit. Now he has come out in the most inopportune moments, thus causing a bunch of deaths, especially at the fucking Zigbar fight, and where I needed that shit, like, I don't know, my limit form to fucking stop some of the bullshit that critical mode Zigbar can do. Prime example, he doesn't have to stop attacking because he's on critical mode. Oh wait, you need the auto available before you die, or auto limit, or auto whatever before you die. Whoop, wait, too bad, anti-Sora. So now you have to sit there with anti-Sora and die at some point because of fucking warp snipe that you can't fucking do. And then there's the situation that happened to me during the playthrough at the fucking dragon in fucking Mulan's level. Whatever it's called. Where I turned into anti-Sora, I had to wait like 2 minutes. Wasting my time with the boss that would have been dead 2 minutes before I turned into anti-Sora. I was beating the hell out of the boss. Then that happened, thus angering me to a higher degree of anger. It pissed me the hell off because I was about to go master form and work his ass, thus leveling my ass up. Because if you enter the reaction command correctly, you get drive orbs. That's an easy way to level up. But, you know, anti-Sora comes out of nowhere, save the day, right? Wrong! And then there's the limit form. Who decided to add a limit form to make the game even easier than what it already is? This game is easier by far than the first Kingdom Hearts. The first Kingdom Hearts is harder by far. And then they added the limit form. The limit form cures as you do the moves from the limit form, and it levels up as you keep doing the moves. So let's just say, I don't know, I'm fighting the last boss, or I don't know, Sephiroth, and you get auto limit, and because you don't need nobody to do it, you get auto limit, and hey, guess what? You can just Sonic drop the shit out of them. I beat the last boss doing this very same tactic that I'm explaining. I beat the last boss in one technical try with that stupid form. And then there's the glitch on the last boss that kept happening to me. Why? When as soon as the boss fight starts, he throws me in the air. And then the camera stays at the bottom, and he's beating the shit out of me midair to the point where I can't hit the triangle button to dodge his shit. Thus, oh my god. That's my reaction right there. Oh my god, I can't do shit to oh my god. Thus, having me die at the last boss fight on a total of 3 to 4 times off of bullshit. Because this glitch didn't happen once. It happened like 4 times. And when it finally got right, that's when I finally beat the game and beat the shit out of Xemnas in one foul swoop. It took 2 limit forms to beat him, by the way. Which was easy. All I had to do was the limit form, and I beat the goddamn game. It was nothing. Holy shit. God damn it. Now that I got that off my chest, that's without me going anywhere near Atlantica, by the way. So, yeah. Overall, like I said, the overall experience of this game is still an excellent one. Albeit not as good as the first one to me, in my opinion. And a little bit easier than the first one, except for critical mode. But, you know, let's not talk about critical mode anymore. Critical mode. Okay? If you're a new player to this game, just start off on normal. Call it a day. But overall, if I was to rate this game, which we don't have normal ratings here, I'd honestly say it would be a buy it. Buy this game. Because it not only has Kingdom Hearts 2, it has Birth by Sleep, which is, to me, a better game. So even if you have a little bit of gripes with the second one, you got a Birth by Sleep to play, which is a superior game by a lot of the standards and means. It's right up there with 3DS to me. Those are 2 of the best Kingdom Hearts games of all time. Kingdom Hearts 2 is also an excellent game, but I'm not going to review Birth by Sleep right now. Let me stop rambling. Of course, buy it. With the side ratings of story, it's a little complicated. C, graphics, it is actually really good, except for some hiccups. B, replayability. A, dialogue. C, that is all I have for you guys. And thank you for watching a Visor review. Alright. Good night, everybody.